Hey, I'm Matt from AudioBody, and today I'm doing something really cool. I want to show you how to use your Wii Remote with your computer. Now, you can make your computer do all sorts of things, but specifically today we're talking about how to get your Wii Remote to control an audio program like Ableton Live, which is what we use in the show. So, to do this, you need a few things. Obviously, a Wii Remote, it's a good place to start. A computer, we're going to use a PC today, and everything I'm talking about is involving to use a PC. A Bluetooth device, so you can have an internal Bluetooth or have just an external USB Bluetooth. And 2 pieces of software to make this work, besides your audio program. The first one is GlovePie. This is the only program, or at least the best program I found to do this, and what that does is it takes the information that sends from the MIDI device, from the Wii Remote, and turns it into a MIDI device, essentially. And then you need a MIDI program like GlovePie, which takes that information from GlovePie and sends it to your audio program. So it might sound a little bit confusing, but really it's pretty straightforward. So let me just show you. First of all, cool thing about a Wii Remote, you don't really need to do anything to the Wii Remote. You can just sync it to your Bluetooth device. And so I've already synced this previously, so I've already got it here. But basically I hit connect, and when it's asking to, it's going to start looking for it. So I'm going to press the 1 and 2 button at the same time, and that's flashing. So now it's going to be visible to the Bluetooth. I hit OK. It's going to search for it, and then in a moment, any minute, there it is. Okay, so now we're synced. I get this little green thing here telling me that it's synced up with my Bluetooth. Now the lights are still flashing. That's okay. That's sort of the default setting if it's not connected to the Wii. So now I'm going to launch GlovePie, and I have links to download GlovePie and links to download GlovePie on our website or in the comments there. So check that out and download these programs and install them. Now I've launched GlovePie, and this is just some really basic code to get you started. The big thing is that I have it set up where it says MIDI device out equals 2. I don't know if you can see that. But basically, I'm setting my device out. And that needs to be GlovePie, because this program basically wants to send out to the GlovePie program. And you can find out what channel GlovePie is by going here, output device, default, and then MIDI 1 is the Microsoft MIDI, and MIDI 2 would be GlovePie. May not be MIDI 2 for you, depending on what peripherals you have set up. So anyway, figure out what number that is, and then that's the number that basically goes here. So if you download this code, that will be one of the numbers that you'll have to figure out on your own computer. But device out equals 2, which is GlovePie. Then we've got some other code here, really fancy code here. It's really pretty simple stuff, but if you run the code, basically what it's going to do is make it so that when I press the trigger on the Wii Remote and pitch, this is pitch here, it's going to send a control message from low to high. Okay, so that's going to be our pitch. And then if I hold the A button and do a roll, that's going to also do a low to high. So these are just like knobs on a MIDI controller. So we run that. I even have a nice little thing that tells you if the battery's running and if the Wii Remote's connected. I already have GlovePie running in the background. That's just a program that'll just run all the time in the background. Now I'm going to launch Ableton Live. And all I'm going to do is, now that GlovePie's connected, if I have GlovePie as in my Ableton settings, here we go. GlovePie is one of my MIDI ports, so an input is GlovePie, and it can track and use it as a remote. That's important. That's set up. And then just for an example here, you can play a drum loop. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to map the pitch to the volume. So all I'm going to do is map it, just like I would normally map any kind of MIDI controller. And then I'm going to do the roll to the pan. This is just to give you an idea of how it works. So now I'm going to play my drum beat, and if I press the trigger and I go up, it's louder. I go down, it's quieter. And you can control anything that you can use a knob for, you can use this function for. The other thing you can do is, now I've got A button and the roll. So I'm going to press A and then roll. And that's going to pan it. You probably don't really hear the pan, but you can see it being controlled there. Right. So, that gives you an idea of how it works. Pretty simple. I know this might all sound a little confusing, but if you download the two programs, download the code, sync it up, and it pretty much works. There's a lot of other tutorials, and they seem to be a little confusing, but I do owe them a lot of credit because that's how I learned how to do this. So thank you to everybody else posting about this stuff, and I hope this just serves as one more way to get into doing this, because it's really awesome to be able to use a Wii Remote to control your computer. So I think that's just about it. If you have any questions, comments, or problems with trying to get this set up, I'd be happy to try to help you, so you can leave comments in the YouTube channel, or also check out our blog, weareaudiobody.com. Leave a comment there or send us an email as always. But this is how you set up a Wii Remote to control your computer. So have fun, and I'll see you later.